Good to see everyone. Welcome back if you're a returning viewer, and welcome, especially if you're a brand new viewer. So this is the Pearled in Texas podcast. We're on episode 24. Today is Monday, March 7th, and I am Elizabeth.
Melissa. I'm Carrie.
And this is mainly a knitting podcast, but we talk about spinning and needle felting and crocheting once in a while, and quilting and all different kinds of crafts. So it's kind of just making in general. Mm-hmm. I don't know. My knitting mojo has been kind of puttering out for some reason. We can talk about it later, but
as we wait to see all of our finished objects,
but it's not a lot of hand knitting. So anyway, well, let's get into it. What are we wearing?
You want me to go first?
Sure.
I finished my Hit a Feud.
So pretty.
It has a little gradient in the back.
I love the gradient.
So, yes.
It's such a good project.
Thank you.
It looks really cute on you.
Thank you. So that's my FO and my what am I wearing today?
Nice.
I just have a hat that I did out of hand spun that I think I showed last time with the Sonata Centro.
Mm-hmm. Cute. Is it warm?
Yes. And then this is a shirt I picked up from Allie.
That's so
Savvy
cute.
Oh, I love that.
She has some really cute t-shirts.
I need to order another shirt from her. I have just her company logo one, but I want one of these cute ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Super cute.
You guys understand this?
Yes.
Bummer.
Of course, absolutely. Drop stitch.
Yeah. And I'm
You
wearing...
have all the things on today.
I do. It's cold here today.
It is
So
cold.
I'm wearing my Ledberg cardigan by Susanna IC, and also my satellite shawl, which is my finished object.
It looks amazing.
It does.
Absolutely amazing.
Oh, sorry, strangling myself. So,
That's big.
well, I guess that's the... There we go.
That wingspan is big.
Sure
So
is.
It's all done in Lobby Anime, Helix base, held double, and then her Surrey alpaca in 3 different colors of Surrey.
It's got sniff proofed. It's good. It smells really good.
And it's so cozy.
Mm-hmm.
Like in this
Feels
weather,
nice.
if I just have a sweater and this, I don't need a coat.
That's
like
awesome.
Holds the heat in, but it's so light.
It is.
I definitely want more of that Helix base for shawls because I love it. Super
Even
nice.
held double, it feels
and
amazing.
it holds the heat, but I don't know, but it breathes. I don't know. It's really
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's the bee's knees.
So okay, well, why don't we start with whips?
Whips.
Since you're knitting away over there, whipping it
I
up.
am. So this is a hat for Trenton. It's been a whip for a while, and it's in a self-striping yarn. That
Darlene's Trenton.
Darlene's Trenton.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That looks
Yes.
like grayscale.
I believe it is
Like
turtle pearl
yarn.
grayscale.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So Darlene got the yarn, and
Cute.
I'm just knitting the hat. So I'm still in the ribbing, so it's kind of easy, mindless.
Isn't it like
knitting.
4 inches of ribbing or something?
It's 4 inches, and then I think 12, like another 8.
Yeah.
So you get a total of 12 for the entire hat.
Okay.
So. And then since Elizabeth mentioned her amazing shawl, this is all of this is Elizabeth and Darlene's fault.
Yeah.
This is my bag from Bags Boss and Granny.
Cute.
For my birthday, Darlene got me the exact same yarn that Elizabeth used. So I started.
It looks so familiar.
Wow.
Wow, you went
You
really
got
quickly.
really far.
I'm about halfway there, but I still
Wow.
have quite a ways to go. I've been doing it for a
Oh
while.
my
This
gosh,
is
look at how funny is that?
almost
It smells
it's the
good,
exact
too.
same colors.
Yeah.
Exact same base, Lobby Anime, everything,
Yeah.
exact same colors, all of it. So it's just not
Amazing.
finished. So,
Twinsies.
Yeah. Twinsies. We will be eventually once I finish. So
That's
You'll love
great.
It. You'll love it.
yeah, I have this is the Helix, these two, and then all 3 different colors of the Surrey alpaca.
Very nice.
Same stuff.
Amy from Lobby Anime is here in Texas. She
In
was here
Texas,
for the
yeah.
Hill Country Weavers knitting retreat. And she's
Today.
doing an event today
Mhm.
at the store.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to really, I didn't go. I feel really bad. I have FOMO. Not
we
gonna
all
lie,
do.
I have FOMO. But
I only have one other whip, and I think it's a whip that we all have.
yes.
We are all making the Jimmy Bean's wool blanket.
You have our
So
February.
we've only received 2 colors, January and February's colors. We have not received March's yet. But I'm ready. I'm
Me
ready.
too.
I believe we all are.
We all are.
I think it's fun though, because all the skeins are so different. That
They are.
They're all gonna end up looking a little bit different from each other. So.
Ours look pretty similar. They all look.
Okay, I was trying to be like the gradients make it look a
Okay.
little different. I
Well,
wasn't.
it is.
trying-
I guess
I
it
guess
does.
also, if you start with dark, so
Right.
you
Yeah.
start lighter, which I never even paid attention until Melissa mentioned it.
Yeah,
but
me either. And I just like wound it up and
I did too. Started
just
going.
I didn't even think about it.
Started knitting.
Yep.
So anyway,
Yay.
so that's it. That's all my whips.
And I finally found mine and was able to finish it.
Okay, so now you can lose it again before the next.
No,
season
I'm
comes.
not losing it. I put it in a bag that's highly visible in my craft room. Highly visible. I'll show it. It's really cute. It is from Diana Kutcher, who's a bag maker in Texas, in the Dallas area, and it's got a poodle
That
knitting.
is the cutest.
And it's got like Eiffel Tower and little macarons. So super cute bag.
Perfect bag for it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This one my friend Tammy made me for my birthday. I
It's
don't know.
amazing.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so pretty. That's a big bag.
It is.
It's,
and the
that's
handle
awesome.
is.
Look at
it's
that.
got snaps on it to make it like,
Oh,
Bigger. That's awesome, Tammy.
That's
Yeah.
super cute. I like that idea.
I do too. Wait, how do I?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Tammy.
Super cute. So, what's your whip?
Well, wait. That.
The blanket.
She finished her whip. We were delayed in podcasting by a few minutes because she only had like 2 rows to do in Kitchener. I'm like, is that your whip? And she said, yeah. I go, no, now we're going to wait. It's your FO.
Yeah.
Okay. This is my Amy cardigan. I've been trying to do an inch on it every day. So we
Good
shall
plan.
see how that goes. It actually takes me quite a while to get an inch done on it.
Does it?
It does.
But it looks amazing.
That's so pretty.
I am almost ready to start the next color on it.
It looks so
Now, I remember you cast this on and had to redo it because you had
Mhm.
difficulty with the...
There's a lot of shaping in this
Yeah,
top part.
okay.
There's short rows. There's increasing on both sides. There's a lot.
lot
It
going
looks
on.
simple, but there is a lot going on
Pay attention.
in the top.
It's-
You
yeah.
definitely need a row counter. I know my back might be a little bit longer
No, it
with
looks
this
good.
color, but I think it's okay.
I think it looks great.
Oh, yeah. No. When it wraps, so because the other
Yeah.
color goes over the shoulder, you don't
So
really...
this will be my next color.
Oh, so pretty.
So I'm on the fun, just boring, increasing every 4th row. I don't want to say too much until
Mhm.
you hit a certain amount of stitches, and then so I'm on the fun part. I'm on the good part right
I
now.
love that part.
That's good.
Just any kind of straight knitting.
And this is actually a new to me project bag that I got at online from Hide and Hammer. My first time using their.
So cute.
It's
Products?
very cute.
I
They
love
have
those
cute
bags.
little- Mhm.
It's wax canvas, right?
Yes. I like it.
Very cute.
It's good.
I think I'm losing my shawl here. Putting on dress.
Ooh.
Don't want to scare you.
So that's the main thing I'm working on is trying to get this done, and then
Mhm.
the blanket
Nice.
and these. But
Nope, that's your
God,
FO.
that's your FO
Not
now.
there yet.
Finish those.
Got to keep her in line.
I'm all over.
Aren't we all?
Well, I have a whip in a really cute dog bag from the Irish Knitter.
Oh, that is a cute.
That's really
It's
cute.
one of my favorite bags. This is so stinking cute. And I'm making a cowl, like an infinity scarf, for my aunt in
I
Colorado.
remember when you showed that yarn.
And I'm just winging it. So
I really like
I'm not
it.
following a pattern. I'm just kind of doing it as I go. I'm going to start doing some striping and then a little bit of color work design in it that I have in my head. I just haven't plotted it out yet. But it's in Madeline Tosh Farm Twist, which is a really nice base. My first time, I think, using the Farm Twist.
I've used it. It is nice.
Yeah, and the colors Whiskey Barrel, Antique Lace, and I think Dubrovnik.
Antique lace is a good color.
Yeah.
All those
Yeah,
are good.
They're all really good. Yeah, Dubrovnik. So, you see the
Ooh, that has blue flecks in it.
Yeah,
That's really
this one's
pretty.
good. And then this is the antique lace. And Dubrovnik is like a tealy blue. So, yeah. So even though she's not going to get it till it can be used for next year, that's okay. I had started it. So I mentioned that my knitting mojo had kind of gone. And I think what happened is, so I had my blanket to work on. I got that and I like raced through that. And then I finished this shawl and I had nothing on the needles.
Oh,
And
I
it
wonder
was
what
like,
that feels like.
I don't know.
I mean, I maybe
have
had like
no
a couple
idea.
old projects, but it was like, it felt like nothing on my needles. Certainly nothing I had worked on recently. And so I was like, oh, okay, I can cast on whatever I want. Well, then it started me down this rabbit hole of, I don't know. And then I was like, oh, squirrel. Oh, rabbit, squirrel.
Mohair.
And I spent literally like hours trying to figure out what to cast on.
Next.
And I couldn't make a decision. I was like, what the heck is that all about?
I probably would have cast on like 7 things.
So
but that's me.
I just couldn't. It's like I couldn't commit to anything. It was so weird for me, and I thought it's like I had too much open space or something. I don't know. So then I finally like,
So
okay,
never let anything not be on your needles. It's the
Yeah.
point of the story.
yeah. So I cast. So I decided just to cast this on and get started on this. So that and then I cast on a pair of socks, so that's my only whip. I'll start now FOs. So I cast out a pair of socks, and then I finished those really quickly too. And those are the barley socks. Carrie had shown these a couple weeks ago, a couple episodes ago, and they're made out of Noro.
I can't pronounce that name if I tried.
Okunoshima, I think it is. Okunoshima.
Well done.
And why don't you try?
No.
I forget it's color number 1, but it's just a really pretty neutral, like creamy ivory and like a nice beigey color and like a grayish. Beige grayish.
This episode will be called
But
Grayish.
these socks are delightful. They're just to wear around the house. They're oh my gosh, I want a sweater
mine.
out of this now.
I love mine
because it's got
that's like a silk.
It's
in
bunny.
it.
it's 35% silk, so already yummy. 28% wool, good for stability. 20% angora, which is what makes them, I think, so unique. And then 17% mohair. So the warmth factor on these is like through the roof.
They're amazing. I
And
love
the
them.
softness.
And the fact you knit them on size 7 needles.
Yeah, because it's like
really
a worsted
fast.
weight yarn. Mine kind of goes thick and thin at some spots.
Yes,
I love
it
that.
does.
Kind of feels like hand spun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
The
just-
texture, I mean, this yarn is not cheap, but it was a treat to me.
It was. It
Definitely a treat
absolutely
to me.
was.
So, all right, I guess I'm starting FOs. That was
Go
my
ahead.
first one.
First one.
So
First
then,
of many.
when I was struggling, I kind of went back to my sock machine, which I hadn't been using for a while. So I had this really old skinny yarn that was like a gradient, and I guess this is kind of a tip too, because I know our taste changes a lot. At least mine has over the years. But I have a lot of stash. Well, you guys already know. I don't have to do like confessional here. Forgive me, Father. I have sinned. I have stash.
We all have one. It's okay. It's a museum.
I feel like I'm in confession. Anyway.
Maybe I should become the confessionalist and say, hand some over.
So I had this.
You're tied.
I
There's
had this
one skein of
gradient
jalapeno.
skein, and I was like, I am never going to use this. And I don't know, I loved it when I bought it, but I was like, what the heck will I ever do with this? And it's from Willy Wonka Fibers, and it's in their sock base, and it's a gradient skein. It was all wound up, and it was so cute in the skein, in the cake, because it was spiraled in. It was so pretty, and the color is called Top Rocks. So I thought, I'm just going to throw this on and make a pair of socks. And I love them.
They're
That's awesome.
amazing.
It's like they don't match, but they match, and I mean, you know what I mean? They coordinate, I guess, is a better way. And they're sparkly. I don't know if you can see the sparkle.
Oh, yeah, I can see it a little bit. They do. They have
Anyway, they're
some-
so fun. So, yeah. So if you don't know, if you have a skein of sock yarn that you don't know what to do with, it's like
mix up.
maybe your taste has changed. Do something fun with it.
Yeah.
So
And
make
you
socks.
might fall in love with it again when
Yeah.
you work on it.
And like, these make my feet happy when I look down. I'm having a bad day and I see these great socks. Oh, sorry. Crazy socks.
Bleep.
Yeah, Audrey bleep me out. Story of my life lately. Bleep me out.
We love you, Elizabeth. It's
Then
fine.
I also made everyone in the circular sock machine groups. They rave about these mock rib socks because the ribber is no joke on those machines. It's very difficult to get it the timing right.
I haven't even tried.
It's a
the
task.
rubber. Yeah.
And I got mine off somehow, and now I can't get the timing on it. I don't know. So anyway, a lot of people do this mock rib. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna try it. So I did, and they look pretty.
Mm-hmm.
But it really, what you're doing is instead of that purl stitch, you're just skipping a stitch.
Uh-huh.
And so it looks like rib, but it makes it like really thin. So I'm not a huge fan. I think they look pretty, but as far as wearing them, not a huge fan. And this yarn is from a company, it's called Active. It's a yarn that's common in the sock world. So it's a relatively inexpensive yarn that wears really well for socks.
It does.
So that, then I had a skein yarn from my friend Phyllis, who passed, who was my knitting mentor. And this was mustache yarn, which kind of, Phyllis never told me that she bought yarn from Stacy. So that's,
Yeah.
And my friend Phyllis lived in Michigan, so she never told me she bought yarn from Stacy. And so when I was going through her stuff after she passed, and I saw like Suburban Stitcher and
You even
mustache, and I was
You
like,
even saw Bags Boss and Granny.
Bags Bounce and Granny. Yeah, it was like so much of like our relationship and our communication. Yeah, so it was kind of
is
neat.
neat.
Anyway, so I inherited this skein yarn, and I was like, oh, I'm not a huge. I love rainbows, but I'm not a huge rainbow wearer. But I knit up these socks. It's called the colorway is called I Am Fearless, which Phyllis was until the end. So, anyways, I made those.
Very cute.
And then my mom, who is not a color person at all, loved them. So I had enough left over. I made her a pair of heel tab shorties, no show shorties. And I just think they turned out so cute.
Those are adorable.
They did.
Yep. So I made those. That's all for my socks. I'm not going to bore you. I did make others, but I didn't bring them. I also made some hats. So this was another skein. I did work through some old stash. This was a skein of sugar bush canoe base. Trying to think what it is. Oh, it's 61% wool, 26% alpaca, and 13% poly. And it's just I just made a little hat.
Look at
And I
that.
finger cabled.
It looks
Drop
great.
down like knit.
It's got like little specks of color
Yeah.
in this yarn. You can see it's not like tweed, but it almost looks like a little tweedish, but it's not tweed. Like just little pops.
And you did that on a knitting
I
machine?
did that on my Addy 46, and I knit it, and then I dropped down stitches where that cabling is, and I finger cabled. Finger like knit and cabled.
It looks great.
Back up, and then the ribbing I did on put it on needles and did the ribbing by hand. So it's kind of a hybrid hat. But cute little hat, I think. Good way to use a little
50-gram ball.
50-gram straggling skein. And then this I just was experimenting, and I just made a double
I
brim.
like those colors.
Yeah, so this is just some old patterns I had, and then this was left over from my dad's hat, I think. I forget what that was. It's like a silk blend, silk and wool blend. And so the rib is doubled, and then if you fold it up, it becomes four. So it's thinner on the top and then thick on the brim part. Just a little cute cap.
Did you do
Perfect.
a folded, like a sock type?
I did. I'm trying to remember how I did this. I don't remember.
It looks like you did it like a
Yeah,
hung hem.
I did like a
Hung
hung
hem.
hem, but I don't think I
It's
did
like-
that part on the machine. I think I started with the turquoise, worked into the gray, and then I went back when I was binding off. I didn't gather it. I put it on needles, and then I folded it up, and then I caught stitches
Okay.
around and then bound off. Yeah,
Nice.
that's how I did it. Had to think. I did this a while ago. Tested my memory. One other one I have, which is I just think really cute too. This was done also on the Addy 46 pin, and this is in a yarn, very inexpensive yarn from Hobby Lobby called Yarn Bee Alpaca Twist, And it is mostly acrylic, 90% acrylic and 10% alpaca, but it makes it feel really nice.
Mm-hmm. Yarn is nice stuff.
Yeah.
It's super versatile. Like she was showing me before we started podcasting that you could wear it like this, and you can, of course, double this up.
Yep.
And then, or you can go completely.
Because it's doubled. The whole thing is
The
doubled.
whole thing is doubled, and then you can have the cable.
Just the cable
that's
pop
cute.
up.
Just the cable pop up, which
Yep.
I'm not very good at that on the fly, but
Yep.
you get the gist. So super cute, and it feels good.
Yeah, it does for
Mhm.
that inexpensive yarn, right? I think it did 20 rows of each color and then just changed in between. I mean, you can knit something like that by hand too, so that's why I showed it. But,
That's perfect.
so that. Then I have a quilt. I showed these strips last time, but this is my
Quilt.
quilt. I'll just kind of unfold part of it. I put it together, cut them all into squares and put it together. These are all batik fabrics. It started out as
Oh my
jelly
goodness, it's so
You
pretty.
had 2 jelly rolls, right?
Two
Or no?
jelly rolls,
2
yeah.
jelly rolls.
But I have a lot left over, a lot of
Yeah.
squares left over, which I'll talk
you-
about what I'm going to do
Do
with
you
them
have
later.
your back fabric?
No, I still have to get that.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, I
This
think
is
I'm going to get a
gorgeous.
batik, like maybe a dark
Mm-hmm.
batik.
Yeah.
So.
Really pretty.
So I had started this when if you listen to our last or watch our last episode, Melissa and I talked about a quilting retreat that we went on, and I had purchased the jelly rolls while I was at that retreat and started sewing them, and I finished it. So
Good job.
yeah. So yeah, now I'm trying to lay it all out on my bed because I don't have a quilting design wall, and I was laying it on bed. As soon as I get it all laid out, the dogs would jump up there and then they'd like start digging. I'm like, you guys are not helping me at all.
They don't.
They
They
look at me
like
like,
to try.
what?
They really like to try.
I know.
Jeff's gonna do the same thing. I can see it.
And then last night, my mom and I, well, yesterday I spent the day with my mom. She lives with me, but we did some crafting. So I made this little bunny
The cutest thing ever.
on my sock machine, and
That
I'll
is
show
so
how
cute.
I did it. But he's really cute.
I love the little pink that you added.
He has a little furry tail. That was just a little pom-pom that I made out of fake fur. But his little sweater, this is gonna go to my great nephew in Michigan. Yeah, so to get the pink, I actually used a fabric paint. So I knit the whole thing, assembled it, and then I'm like, he needs some blush. So it's gonna use blush, but I'm like a little kid, it'll rub off. So then I was like, okay, so I found some fabric paint in my stash of craft stuff, and I just like kind of dry brushed it on. So that was that little bunny. And just to give you an idea of what
it
he looks like,
Uh-huh.
unassembled,
I can hold him up for
Okay.
you because he's so cute.
except this one won't have arms. His arms are going to be stitched in. But this is how the body starts. So the green is waist yarn, but this is where his feet are going to be. And this is a little attached sweater. That sweater was not attached. I did that after the fact. But I thought, oh no, I'm just going to attach it for the second one. And then this becomes the head.
Like a little toe.
Yeah, so weird. And then these are just little tubes with a heel, and that actually becomes, once it's Kitchenered up, that becomes the ears.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so you do 2 of those. So
those are so
basically
cute.
3 pieces that turn into something similar to that.
Cute.
So that, and that was a pattern called,
Sock machine bunnies.
yeah, that's called Skip the Bunny, and he's actually in Ravelry, and it's for circular sock machines. But you can do it by hand too if you want.
Of course.
Wouldn't be hard.
Just a couple of heels.
Heels and toes
And a body.
or and tubes. Sorry. Yeah, and then my mom wanted to do one on for my great nephew as well, her great grandson. So this one is called Bunny, and it's by 3 Magic Sheep Co. And we made this little guy.
He's so cute.
Super cute. I mean,
He has a little.
that's
tail
not going to
as
do
well.
it justice. It's just so cute.
And so we added, the carrot was just like that, but I'm like, no, we need some stuff. So I made a
Some
tassel
fringe,
and added
yeah.
the tassel onto it. And then I made him a little bow tie that was extra. But he was done on the Addy 46 and the Addy 22. Mostly the legs and ears and arms were done on the 22 and the tie. The rest of them was done on a 46. But He took a while because it was our first time doing it, but we had fun.
He looks amazing.
Mm-hmm. Really cute.
He
Really
makes me
sweet.
happy. Too bad we have to ship him off to Michigan.
He can come cuddle with me for the rest of the show.
So that's my FOs.
Good job.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Not too bad. Okay. You already did yours.
I only have one.
And now Melissa.
No.
Oh, I thought you were going to do your FO.
I'll hold the bunny.
Okay.
Okay, I'll hold the FO. She's not giving that bunny up. Okay, so here's Melissa's FO.
The ends still need to be woven in.
Well, that's typical Melissa.
Don't tell them all my secrets.
And what yarn is that?
I don't know. It's your yarn. You gave me.
Oh,
the
it was a
swap.
Koigu.
It's Koigu.
This is
I
from
forget the colorway, but
Tube
yeah.
Swap. Yeah.
And then the cuffs and heels and toes are Broco Comfort Sock.
That's a nice,
Oh, I like
nice
that.
yarn for,
I like that.
for heels, toes, and cuffs.
Okay.
Very nice.
That's it. I've been interviewing brokers.
You've been busy.
I've been busy. So, still don't know where I'm going to go, but it's okay.
Have you narrowed it down at all?
No.
No?
Kind of. So, I take my test on the 17th, so wish me luck.
Good luck.
You will do fine,
Yep.
and you can always retake it. So a lot of people have to take it more than once, so
Yeah.
it's not a big deal, right?
Sure.
But you're going to pass it.
I am.
I have confidence that you're going to pass it.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Come on, say
Yep.
it with conviction.
I got it.
You got it. That's
Got
right. You got it. Absolutely. You can take the bunny into your test for support if you need.
No. So they're super strict. Like you have to bring very minimal. They'll search you.
Oh,
No
really?
jewelry. Yeah.
No jewelry.
No nothing.
What's that all about?
In case you're, hiding the answers under the Apple Watch.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
No,
yeah. I
like-
guess you could have
Yeah.
notes in your Apple Watch, right?
Yeah, you probably
Oh.
could. Mhm.
But yeah, they're very minimalist.
Wow. That's interesting.
Mhm.
So the
Yeah.
17th, St. Patrick's Day.
10
Yeah.
So
days.
then you can have beer after.
Because it's the 7th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see you
Gosh,
standing
I know
up.
it's-
Screw this! I'm going to get green beer.
Right? If I pass one, I'd be happy because it's basically 2 tests: the state and the national. So.
Oh, I didn't know there were 2.
Okay.
Aye.
And so Audrey and I did a 5K on the 5th,
Saturday.
on
This
Saturday.
past Saturday.
We are so sore. It had hills.
Oh my gosh.
One lady in our group threw up afterwards. She
Oh,
was
wow.
like, oh. But Audrey got 2nd place.
That's
so
amazing.
in her
awesome.
age group, went to 19.
Congrats, Odd.
I got like 33.
That's still good.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. She completed it in like under 40 minutes, like 30
Wow.
something, and I did mine in 46 minutes. So
That's awesome. There was this
That's
one
really
part, I've joined this new gym and we do like these routines, and there's a coach you like switch stations and you go around, and then we finished all these stations and then you have to go outside and run. So you go outside, and it's not far. It's like down to a dumpster and back.
Oh,
so
okay.
we all go out and we run, and the coach says, if there's anybody that needs restrictions, they can do the bike. But I thought, I don't need any restrictions. So I go out, I run, go to the dumpster, and I come back. I'm the last one in. And he goes, all right, go again. So we all go back down to the dumpster and come back, and I'm the last one in. So then we go back inside, and we do all our stations, and we go around. He goes, all right, everybody come outside and run. Carrie, you can get on the bike.
are they assault bikes?
They
Those
are.
hard
They
too.
are. They're assault bikes. Yeah.
What's an assault bike?
It's got a big fan on it, so the harder you push, the more resistance it has. It kind of sucks a little bit.
And you can, and sometimes you can do it like pedal and arms, because as you pedal, the arms will go back and forth.
Yeah.
Or you can just put your feet up on these pike things, these stems, and then just do
Just doing
arms,
your arms.
complete arms,
Okay.
or both, a combination
Yeah.
of arms and. But yeah, he was like, Carrie, you can get on the bike.
Aww.
Okay,
You did a good job.
that's
I'll do
terrible.
that. I'll get on the bikes.
That's terrible.
So.
What about purchases? How have you helped the economy today, Elizabeth?
Well, Melissa, I think I did pretty good this time.
I'm sure you.
I
did
showed
amazing.
great restraint, as you will see by my minimal purchases. We'll just leave it at that. So,
But they're beautiful.
I bought a sweater's quantity. I never know how to pronounce this.
Don't ask me, Arcunia.
Oh,
Okay, so I worked at a yarn
how
shop
couldn't you?
in Minnesota when I lived
And
up
how do you
there.
say that?
No idea.
Husco? Husco?
It sounds.
Husco? Rivers of Gold. Okay, anyway, I don't know. I don't.
It's 100% gorgeous.
I'm
It is
impressed that
beautiful.
you brought a sweater's quantity in blue. Is it for you?
I don't know.
I think blue would look great on you. I just
I
know
love
you in the
this
past
color blue because
you have said you're not a
I'm not.
blue
I mean, I
person.
love blue. I just don't wear a lot of blue.
Mm-hmm.
But this color blue, to me, I love. It's like kind of
it's
a French
beautiful.
blue.
It's
I don't know.
It's very beautiful.
You can see it. It almost leans a little bit lavender
It
or
does.
periwinkle-ish. I don't know. I love it.
Periwinkle-ish. Yeah.
But of course, as soon as I opened it up, my mom's like, "Oh!" And my mom's a total blue person, and she's like, "Oh my god, that's beautiful." So may end
Not
up
sure.
being something for her
Of
eventually.
course. Of
Although
course.
my record of knitting sweaters for my mom is like, I'm batting 0.
I believe that sweater was for her mother, and she's wearing it.
It was.
And I believe she has yarn to make her mother an Elton.
Oh yeah, I have not started that. Really need to do that. Oh well.
Well,
we'll just
your
move
mom's
right
gonna
on.
watch this and she's
Yeah.
gonna be like,
We love you, Nancy. We love you.
And then also I participated in last weekend actually in the 2022 Woolberry Cabin Retreat from Woolberry Farm or Fiber, Woolberry Yarn Co. And it was a virtual event, and basically it was an all-day thing into the evening. I think it ended like at 9 or 10 o'clock our time, but I think maybe 10 o'clock. Anyway, it was 3 classes actually. The first class was with a color class with Toni Lipsey, and she does a lot with crochet, which so I had never
She's
really
a
been
great
exposed to her much.
crocheter.
But my
TLC
Lord,
yarn. She
yeah,
has a TLC blog.
Yes.
And she does tons. And she just came out with a Tunisian crochet book.
Yes.
She's doing signings. She's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
So I'm like kind of fangirling on her right now, and of course I want to crochet. That's like really hot on my list to do. And her color sense,
it's amazing.
It was just, I was just like drooling for the whole hour and a half or whatever. It was crazy. She was so good.
She is amazing.
And then we had another class, a sock technique class, which I didn't get a whole lot out of the class just because I knit a ton of socks. So, and it was like afterthought heel, but the class was very good. So by no means am I dissing the class at all. With Lindsay Howler. And then she came up with a sock pattern called the Taiga socks, which is Taiga socks by Larkspur Knits. And we got that pattern, and then the sock set is part of our retreat box.
pretty.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, so it's called Forest Walks, and it's a berry sock set. So it is in 80% squash merino and 20% nylon. And this is like a beigey pink, and then this is a green, and then a very light yellowy or kind of wheat color, maybe. I don't know, honey color. So, yeah, so that was an acquisition. And then, see, I'm very light on acquisitions. And then I purchased this online as part of another purchase, but we're not going to talk about it. This is by Lang, and it is 75% wool and 25% poly. And I don't know what the colorway is, 80-90. I don't know. But it's really pretty.
80-90 color.
It's got like gray and like a caramel and
The
a
caramel
gingery
is
brown.
amazing.
And then a little bit of burgundy and purple. And then this coral, Papa Coral, which I thought was really pretty. So I got a skein of that. And then I bought a bag from one of our viewers who started up an Etsy shop, who also has a podcast, Carla. And her Etsy shop is CB Crafty Girl. And I bought a little bag from her Etsy shop, which is little candy jars and candies. And I think it's so cute. It's a little sock, like a sock bag. It's a small drawstring. Super cute.
Melissa got one from her shop too.
It's really nice that
So
she puts
cute.
like quilting batting in it. So
Yeah.
it feels really soft and thick.
That's a good point. Yep. They're very substantial feeling. And then the only other thing I have is also part of my Woolberry Fiber Co. retreat is we got a skein. The third class was to actually dye yarn with Bethany from Woolberry, and she's just amazing. Her knowledge base of dyeing is very extensive.
She's good at dyeing.
She's a really
Ow!
don't fight over me. Oh, I forgot your sword.
No, I'm just messing with you.
Better I did that to your leg, right? Anyway, we got a bear skein yarn, and then the complete kit, like a mask, the tie wrap to hold the skein,
How awesome.
rubber gloves, 3 cups to mix the dye in, and then the little
That sounds
pre-measured
brilliant.
out citric acid, pre-measured out 3 colors of the dye, 1 for speckles and 2 for the actual main colors.
That is so awesome.
And so I dyed the skeiny yarn. I'm pretty excited about it.
I'm really impressed because it's
too.
beautiful.
So it's like a
gorgeous.
tealy blue. It's coming off a little more blue. It's got a little more teal in real life to it, but it's kind of a tonal.
love the
and
pops
then
of speckle.
little pops of speckle that were called bronze, and like some of them broke red, some of them broke more of a goldy color. But I think I did pretty
think you
okay
did
for my first
amazing.
time.
I really do.
Me too.
Always room for improvement, but I think I did okay. I'm really happy with it. So.
It's very
So that
beautiful.
was kind of an acquisition, kind of a finished object. and
until
then
until we have a second finished object when you actually make something with it.
yeah, exactly. And then I did buy some other yarn, I'm going to confess, but it was a lot of, I bought a lot of yarn, like boxes of yarn. Carrie's gonna take some of it off my hands at some point. She told me she would. It's to make socks with on my sock machine, and I'm gonna eventually sell some of them. But yeah, it was a lot of yarn. 2 big boxes I got, and I think the one like, and I did it because I was paying for the shipping. So I'm like, I was gonna order a whole bunch at one time because it was coming over from Europe, from Turkey. One of them came from Turkey. One came from California, so I don't have an excuse there. But I got it really reasonably priced. But I ordered a lot of yarn. I don't know where I'm gonna put it now. It's terrible.
It's all sitting in her craft room.
When I opened the box, I'm like, oh, this is more than I thought. But I'm not gonna bore y'all with it. I'm just confessing.
It's okay.
Confessions.
We forgive you.
Thank goodness.
Confessions.
It's all fun self-striping stuff too, right?
Yeah, most of it's self-striping. I got a few that were not. This I actually got through that company as well. So it was. These are normally like, I think like $20-some, $28, standard price. And I think I got it for like, if I bought the sweaters quantity, I think I got it for like $8 a skein or something.
That's pretty good.
So, and it was just that colorway. I didn't have a choice, much choice in colorway, but I don't know, it was reasonable. So, okay, I'm done. Blah, blah, blah.
Do you have?
I never shut up.
Yes.
Okay, back to the regular podcast.
Do you have more acquisitions?
Just the 2 project bags. And I probably have something in the mailbox from Suburban Stitcher from the Clove colorway, but I haven't gotten it yet.
Why couldn't that mailman come
Like,
faster?
what's in the box? And
It
you
might
haven't
be.
gotten
I haven't checked.
Oh, you haven't checked.
But it's
Okay.
probably getting there.
Oh, I was gonna say, how can you
I
stand it?
have one, but it's all Elizabeth's fault. Do you
It
notice
always
that
is.
all my stash
We should
acquisitions
start
are
a
Elizabeth's
hashtag.
fault?
It's Elizabeth's fault.
We should. We should absolutely do a hashtag.
I'm gonna change my name.
I got the same needles as Elizabeth, but in the 5-inch.
I was gonna say, because yours looks flatter. Oh, gosh,
It's
now
so
I need those
pretty.
too. Did you get them?
No, I'm being good.
I might go there today and get some.
Suede. Suede.
Have you knit with them yet, Carrie?
I have my satellite shells on them. I really enjoy them.
Are they amazing?
I really enjoy them. They are a touch sharp for me, but I'm a big baby. So they're not as sharp as like a Haya sharp or a Chaigu.
Yeah.
They're not quite that sharp, but oh,
Sorry.
maybe it's the Suburban Stitcher yarn coming.
No, my
But-
HelloFresh came, so I don't know what he's working.
So yeah, I have them on my satellite shell, and I went up like 2 sizes on my satellite shell.
Did you?
But
Oh.
yeah, but I'm a tight knitter.
You are a tight knitter,
I'm a much
yeah.
like my socks that I did on the exact same size 7. They're not the
So
same
small.
size as
Yeah.
Elizabeth's. Mine are much larger. So, but anyway, and I bet did you do the small size of the socks?
Yes.
See, I did the large size, and I think my socks are smaller than hers.
Wow.
But I'm just a
Yeah.
tight knitter. I don't know what's wrong with me. So
Well, I knit Continental too, and you don't, right?
no,
so
I
that
don't,
might be part of it.
But I do.
You're
I do
interrupting the
love them.
podcast, Creed.
You're like, you're cute. His butt wiggles.
Sorry, but you can tell we're all dog people because we're just talking over the dog. We didn't even wait for him to stop barking.
Yeah.
Just like having a full conversation. But I do love them, so that's my only.
They have just a unique
They have a unique feel
to them, right?
They do.
Not like normal metal.
They do.
Yeah,
They're
it's hard to
definitely-
describe.
I hope they don't like tarnish or like they don't have require a lot of upkeep or whatever. I don't want to like put it away and then like 2 years from now I want to go grab the size 9 or something and it's super tarnished. But who knows? I mean, it's copper.
They'll patina,
So,
but you can polish them.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And
But they're so.
they're very pretty, and I
So nice.
and I do really like them. And it's funny because Melissa was sending we were texting this past week, and Melissa was like, "I think I'm gonna need to go to Farm and Needle and get some." And I'm like, "Are you gonna get the 3.5 or the 5?" And she goes, "I don't know. What do you recommend?" I said, "Well, I got the 5, but that's because I prefer 5s over 3.5." And I have the Diet Craft 3.5 inch size, and I have the Knit Picks hat making size, and I have, all these different sizes of like the Chai Gu hat size, the little shorties. And I was like, embarrassingly, I have a lot of needles. I have the Haya 4-inch size.
You
I was
have
like,
a lot of needles.
I do, and
You're
I was
a
like,
needle
I'm
hoarder.
a little bit embarrassed typing that out. Like you don't realize it.
And I even bought a set from you.
You
And
did.
you still have a
I
million
still
sets.
have a ton of needles, and I've sold some too. Even I thought, and as I'm typing that, I'm like, man, I really should sell these. Like I didn't need them. I have so many needles. But anyway, so I got you covered on your size 4.
Oh, good. I hope I don't tarnish them.
So we're trying to lure Melissa into buying them. We keep telling her she needs to for podcast content.
Right? I thought I was trying to enable you to buy stuff.
No, I did really good this
Oh,
time.
it's Elizabeth's fault.
I think you did good because you have like 2 boxes of yarn in your craft space right now.
And then my mom has the audacity yesterday when she came up to my craft room to work on this. She goes, "Are you ever going to clean this up?" I'm like, you can march your little nitpicky butt back down those stairs if you're just going to diss on my creative space here.
Right?
I go, this is my element, so don't be dissing it.
Right?
That's cute.
It's your happy space.
It's funny.
So we're thinking about doing another knit along.
Yes.
We're thinking about doing the love note.
Or ranunculus. You can do either one.
You can do either one, love note or ranunculus. This is what
They're
we've
kind
decided.
of very
And
similar.
we're gonna make it a quick cow.
Very quick, so we're going to incentivize
Quick
you.
like a bunny.
Yes. The bunny cow.
So we're gonna start April 1st is official start date, and we're gonna go for 1 month.
1 month.
So the month of April. That's it. That's all you've got.
It's a really quick knit. I've made a couple ranunculuses and a couple love notes in literally like a week.
That's what Elizabeth says.
So
Yes.
even if you're a slower knitter, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you have a month. You can do it. You can do it.
She's cheering us on. We're gonna be able to do it. Melissa and I haven't made this sweater, but I've wanted to for a very long time.
Me too.
And I have heard a lot of people say that it's fast, the love
And
note
fun.
and ranunculus. So
I haven't made anything with mohair in a while, so I'm really excited to try that. So I brought my yarn out to show. I bought this a couple years ago at the Hill
I'll hold it
Country.
up since you won't let
knitting.
go of that rabbit.
It's super cute.
And
Does
this
it have a
happens to
name
be
yet?
by Chasing Rabbits Fiber Company.
She's now Barker Wool.
This is the bunny show.
But that's so funny.
This is in the fern colorway, and
No, that fern is the base, I think.
oh, sorry,
Yeah.
fern is the base, bog is the colorway. You're right, fern base, bog colorway, and this is the bog colorway and gossamer base, which is the mohair.
Her mohair is really nice too.
Feels good.
Her yarn is amazing.
Very
Texas
good.
tire.
So we're gonna pretend we're Elizabeth and get it done in like 2 weeks.
Yep.
Elizabeth,
You're gonna
I think
get
she
it
said she
done.
did it in 5 days, so
I
I'll be like if I
did.
get it in like 10, but
you have
double
one,
your
so
time.
that's
yes.
yeah, that's perfect.
So go ahead and with the details. We'll have
Oh,
we'll
since
have
I
a
made all the
rivalry
rules.
and.
They just want everyone to blame the complaints on me.
Yeah.
So, lodge your complaints with Elizabeth. Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. No, just kidding. So yeah, so
She'll
April,
give you her mother's phone number and you two can call and commiserate.
Oh, Lord. Anyway, so yeah, April 1st we can cast on, and you have to be done by the end of April. We're going to open a Ravelry, a thread in our Ravelry group for FOs, and we'll have a another thread for just like starting chat. Yeah, chat. Thank
Chat,
you.
show us your colors,
And
show us what
your
you're
colors.
doing.
So if we're going to have prizes. So we're going to have a prize for the finished object. We're going to have a prize, and you get an extra entry if you use stash yarn. So you don't have to use stash yarn, but if you do, you get an extra entry, prize entry. So just put a note in your comment. Would that work?
Yeah,
And we'll figure out.
When you post the finished object,
post it twice.
Oh, post twice, yeah.
Sure,
post
sure.
one post
So-
of your stash yarn and put a label in their stash,
And
and
then
then
the
another
finished.
one of your finished object. Perfect. That's the way we'll do it.
Absolutely.
And then also we're gonna have another prize, second prize, I guess, on Instagram. And so we opened. I don't know what you call it, open. I don't know. You can use the hashtag Pearled in Texas, and you post your finished object there, and we'll go through those, and we'll have a prize drawn from those as well. So you can enter both places if you want. So you get two.
Absolutely.
So there's a possibility to enter 3 ways: using stash, finished object in Ravelry, and finished object in Instagram. And I'm not sure what the prizes will be yet. We have kind of a conglomeration of prizes stashed up. So there's yarn and maybe a bag or something. And I don't know. We're thinking about it still. But we'll be posting those probably in both places.
Of course,
and
we'll
on
post
Instagram.
pictures.
So
Yes, absolutely. It'll be fun. I'm excited. I can't wait.
and we want to do it quick, a quick one so that
We can
keep
do
everyone
another-
on their toes, keep it moving.
We can do another gal.
And then we'll do another cal. Maybe something else from stash later that's a little longer term kind of thing.
Yeah.
So sound good? Hopefully you'll join us.
Yes.
And if you have complaints, send them to me. Just kidding. I'm good at handling
If
customer
you send
complaints.
them to me, I'll forward them to them.
I'll do the same.
What are friends for?
Right. It's a team effort here.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So, also I wanted to mention that a couple of people have reached out in the comments on our last video and stuff. And I know there's a woman by the name of Dawn who lives out east, and I'm gonna actually meet up with her because I'm going out east the end of April.
That's awesome.
I'm flying into Boston. I'm going to a knitting and yoga retreat in Vermont, and I'm taking some extra days before and a day or two after, just so I'm not stressed out with flights canceling and all the craziness going on in the travel. But I'm gonna, hopefully meet up with her. So if anyone else is out east, let me know.
Yeah.
Or if you have suggestions on places I should go. I'm not really gonna do much in Boston because I have been to Boston several times. So I'm gonna look to drive around, and I'm just normally I have everything all planned out when I go on trips, and other than the retreat portion, nothing is planned. I'm getting a
gonna
rental
go
car,
nilly-willy.
and I'm just kind of winging it. I might get my plan narrowed down as I get closer because I'll
Of
probably get a
course.
little nervous. But
That's so exciting.
I'm kind of excited. I'm going by myself, so yeah,
That is exciting.
kind of weird for me, but I think it'll be good.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Yeah, we'll see.
Then you can fill your. Oh wait, you're flying. So
I'm flying.
Oh, you can't fill your suitcase with yarn.
Well, I mean, you could take an extra.
Yeah,
Empty
you never know.
suitcase.
I might take a big suitcase and only pack a few things with me. Who knows?
It'll be good, and then you can
Who
come
knows,
and show us her yoga tips.
Oh,
She can
yeah.
also
yarn.
you can also buy a bunch of yarn, box it up, and send it to your house.
Oh, I could, because I'm gonna have that time to do that too. Yeah, you quit encouraging me to buy stuff. You always wonder why I buy so much. Blame it on that.
Instagram is hard too.
Instagram
Yeah,
is
it's
hard.
hard.
It is very
I
hard.
can't get on there.
That's very, very hard.
Yes.
So, other than that, I guess I don't know. Anything else going on in your life? Carrie had a birthday, a big birthday. Happy birthday!
Thank you. So did Melissa. Melissa had a birthday too.
Melissa
little
had a
one.
birthday.
I mean-
She had a baby birthday.
She had a baby birthday.
Yeah, last year was.
I turned 50.
41.
I turned 50, so that's probably why the guy told me, Carrie, go ride the bike.
Liability.
At our age, our hips.
Yeah.
Brittle bones.
Your hips don't lie. So Shakira says.
I don't know. I think mine do. All right.
And today is my dad's 85th
Oh, that's
birthday.
so
Nice. Happy birthday.
That's
Happy birthday,
big.
Daddy. I know you don't watch the podcast. You probably don't even know that I do it, but happy birthday.
My dad calls it the cast. Are you doing that cast thing? Yeah, Dad. Podcast? Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, that thing.
You doing your show? Well, why don't you do? I'm like, Dad, those people aren't interested in this. It's like some random tool thing or something. I'm like,
Why don't you show him this knife that I got?
One place I interviewed at, they had a media room and it had lights and a teleprompter. I'm like, I wonder if I could sneak Carrie and Elizabeth in
Elizabeth.
there. Have like a
podcast.
professional backdrop. Like we're in some fancy house.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
we can do like green screen and
That'd
make
be
part of our
amazing.
body disappear.
Right? I don't know. Like, so we actually look like we have something together besides randomly showing up at one of our houses we are.
That's funny. Oh my goodness.
Be like, I will sign with your broker. I'll pay all the fees. Just let me come in and,
And use
use
the
this.
meeting.
We
My
have to be on the
friends.
podcast here.
Yes.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's it. The only other thing I wanted to say is our world is really ugly right now, as I'm sure everyone is aware of. So just
Practice
Dishwasher.
care
practice
and kindness.
caring and kindness.
We
and,
all need it.
Oh,
And let's go buy bikes because gas is expensive.
Oh
Bikes
my
and
gosh.
rollerblades. We're gonna get around that way.
yeah. And it's the poor people that are being displaced in Ukraine, and then I have a coworker whose wife is Russian and her family is all in Russia, and it's just so it's like both sides. It's horrible for both sides. It's terrible, and I don't know. I just can't wrap my head around that in this day and age that our governments get that out of control, that we're in this type of war situation. I don't understand it. I think if governments were run by makers, the world would be a lot more peaceful. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to
There'd
it.
be more yarn shops too.
Yes.
A lot
So,
more.
just I guess keep positive thoughts that this all gets resolved for everyone, because
That's all we
loss
can
of
do.
life is, we're just getting out of the pandemic, right? And then that, it's like, seriously, the world doesn't need more. I just don't get it. But
It would just be nice. Just if you see a stranger, compliments go so far. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Like if you
smile, say hello to
"Hey,
people.
Yeah, I really like your shoes. Those are cool.
Yep,
Or I went through Starbucks and someone actually paid for our drink the other day.
that's nice.
That's
Yeah.
very nice.
So I kept the chain going. It
Yeah.
was more, but it was fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you
So-
do what you do.
It was good. And Creed was super happy because he likes puppuccinos.
Jackson's never had a puppuccino.
What?
I know.
I make
Terrible.
puppuccinos at home for my
Do you?
dogs, but now every time I get my Vitamix out to make my chai, they think it's for them. It's terrible, and they're like, "It's puppuccino time," and they all go, "Oh, okay."
And then you have to make your chai and puppuccinos.
Yeah, and so I always put whipped cream or the froth, the froth, because they make the froth. And so I make a drink called London Fog too, which they have at Starbucks, and it's with Earl Grey tea. And then I make like froth, sweetened froth, and I put like vanilla syrup in it. And so I'll make a little extra of that, and then I give them some of that, and they just love it.
Nice.
So
Now we're
delicious
all hungry.
delicious. I know.
Yeah,
I might have to go
I'm
to
hungry.
Starbucks. I haven't been there in a while. So anyway, all right. Well, we will wrap up. We're under an hour, so that's good.
Audrey
Yeah.
will like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those who are new, Audrey
yes.
is my daughter
And our editor.
and our editor. So anything weird, it's her.
We give her
It's-
free reign.
Yeah,
so
and I pay her very well with ice cream and chocolate milk. So
someday we'll have to really pay her.
I don't know. Don't say, now she's gonna be like, Mom.
I never knew that was an option.
Like every bleep that comes out, it's a quarter.
Oh gosh, no! I'll be broke.
Elizabeth can't afford yarn today because of all the bleeps in this video. Okay.
That's funny. All right. Well, practice kindness. Happy knitting.
Yes,
Get ready
Happy New
to
Year.
get all ready to join our Cal April
Yes,
1st.
please do.
We'll post on social media about it, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure when we'll podcast. Maybe before then, or I don't know,
I don't
depending on
know.
your schedule, or maybe right around
We'll
that first
probably
week.
podcast
Yeah.
around the
Yeah.
middle of the Cal, like mid-April.
Yeah, maybe even sooner though.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause that-
Possibly.
yeah, maybe a month. I don't know.
I mean, until
We'll
I
see.
take that test, I'm open. So,
Okay.
because I'm like, my brain hurts from going on all these interviews, and it doesn't mean anything until I get my license. So I'm done.
Yeah. All right. Well, keep positive thoughts
Yes.
from Melissa too and her test. So we appreciate that.
Yeah.
And thanks again for spending time with us. We really appreciate it.
All right.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye-bye. my bunny.